and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3. Last time, well, we got our first taste of Adama, and we'll be clearing it in the next video, spoiler alert, I know. But for right now, I think it's time to go back to the daily grind. One thing I'd like to cover right now that I didn't cover in the video that will be uploaded after this one is I did a little bit more fusing and created a couple interesting personae, both of them special fusions, so you just need the relevant personae in the compendium to create them. And I did have to do a little bit of fusing to get Thanatos here, because I did not have all of the death personae required to get him, but it's not that hard to get them. Just fuse the strongest one you can, and then continually fuse it down with other death personae. But Thanatos, I actually want to put growth 3 onto him after a point, to hopefully get his item at some point. I imagine you'd only take like one more level or so to produce that. Ashura here actually comes in with some very good skills by default. He gets innate strike amp. I was able to fuse him with crit rate amp and app pupil and single target boost, and I'll probably sub out that Akasha arts for strike boost just to get a picturesque striker here, the perfect one here. He won't have multi-targeting damage, but I have way better options for that at this point. And besides, we're kind of done with really needing good AoE coverage. Most of the fights we're going to be getting into for the remainder of the game are going to have us against a singular strong opponent, so why worry too much about having something that can, check multiple enemies? Regardless of that, we're done with Tartarus for right now, but we still have a couple days before class resumes, so you can probably expect a slight supercut of anything notable that I come across until we're back in, which class resumes on the 8th. Let's get back to it.
Oh, hello.
Oh yes, Fuka, I am just beat. Oof! Alright, please get a good night's rest, everyone. I'll probably be making regular visits back to the Inari Shrine at this point in Reload. I kind of fell off of that because I haven't really needed that many cards, but there are a number of cards that I want to dupe at this point. In particular, at this point, we're able to start getting elemental amp cards from Shuffle Time if we have an Arcana Burst. So it's a good idea to pick up a few of those, dupe them out, and you can use these to effectively create your ideal elemental specialist. Of course, there are some elements like Ice where I don't have the boost card for, so that is of little help to me there, but oh well, you can't have everything. The time has almost come. I can tell. How long has it been since you started coming here? To think I'm cooperating with a Persona user 10 years after I stopped working with Kirito-san. I'm pretty sure we've seen this text already. Regardless, there are a number of new things we can fuse at the antique shop because base models don't come any better than this. Seeing one firsthand is practically a spectacle. Equipment made with this will surely be invaluable. I highly recommend using it. She is talking about the Nihil Black, Nihil White, and possibly the Dead Moon's Husk that we have gotten. But there's a number of good things that we can make with these, including the equivalent of the ultimate weapons in Persona 3 FES and Portable. If we get the specific material that is produced by pretty much the same Persona that created these weapons in FES and Portable, we can get some pretty strong ones here, like plus 100 HP and SP to Ken, or Magic plus 5 and Elekam. Lots of good stuff here, but the one thing that I can get right now that is pretty good are some elemental immunity accessories. For instance, Thor produced a Thunder Whetstone for me that nullifies elect damage. Needless to say, this is a pretty good thing to slap on Aigis, so really no reason not to create that. Very helpful object for us to have here. If I was using Junpei for the remainder of the game, I could also create a Storm Ring. I will create a Radiant Halo because I will be using Koromaru, so I can use that to good effect on him. And this is the big reason that I fused Thanatos. He's a good dark attacker on his own merits, but he can also create the Ring of Darkness. Well, actually, you know what? I'm getting my playthroughs mixed up here. I'm thinking of Persona 3 FES. Playing these different versions of the game really mixes you up, but if you were playing Persona 3 FES and using Ken, or just using Ken in this version, that's a good one to pick up there. Let me think. I was right. What I would like is the Frozen Stone for Akihiko, which the Earth Goddess Ring is produced by Gabriel. I think she produces that on Fusion. Possibly you need a Lover's card to get that, but that's something I can just check out later. There's also accessories to nullify physical elements, but that's not really something that I need. Anything else good that I can create here? Let's see. Lots of powerful weapons that I just don't quite have the items for at this point, but there are some other accessories that would be good to make at this point, or other potentially interesting items, such as the Pandemonium gun for Aigis, which ignores enemy resistances. This means that it pierces physical resistances, so Aigis will always have an option for hitting the enemy, because she is a pure physical specialist. No magic options for her. Underworld Kunai is a good one for Koromaru, and I am going to be using him. Let's see, we've got Fallen Noble Armor with Unshaken Will, which gives you immunity to mental ailments. Pretty good, pretty good. The Papillion Method for Aigis, which gives her an extra turn of Orgia mode. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Just a lot of interesting stuff here. Tomes of the Voids, which is something that I go over in Persona 3 FES and Portable in more detail. Or rather, I mentioned it previously. Again, I gotta keep my videos straight here. Let me see. Right now, what I want is we can finally create some of these amp bracers. So I'm going to definitely create a couple of these. Let's see. Definitely want the strike amp ones. Where are the dark amp bracers? Because we do have a dark boosting weapon for Koromaru. So that's an option if I just need damage on him and I'm not keeping him equipped with the Amriti necklace. This is something that I'll go into more detail on in the next video, but my final party for the remainder of the game in Reload is going to be Aigis, Akihiko, and Koromaru. Very good hyper offense party in my opinion, so that's what I felt like sticking to. Any day where I don't have anything else to do, you can just assume that I'm going to the arcade to play a stat boosting game for my Persona. Remember, Monday and Thursday is the strength boosting game, Tuesday and Friday is the agility boosting game, Wednesday and Saturday is the magic boosting game, and Sunday you get your choice of any stat boosting game that is available. There are no games for endurance or luck, unfortunately. Zeller, why don't we go to Tartarus again tonight? We have a duty to defeat Nyx. For this particular mission, I don't believe the concept of over-preparing applies. Well, you are correct there, Mitsuru, but we're already pretty strong, so I don't really think that's necessary. Let's just get everybody's thoughts and opinions, and then we can continue on to the next day. The cult keeps preaching about salvation and deliverance. But the meaning of salvation is different from person to person. There are those who desire riches, who want to buy what they need, who wish for world peace. Just what does the cult think their salvation is? Makes you think, doesn't it? Everyone's so interested in the cult. There are news reports on it every single day. Makes me sick. I hope our school won't be obsessed with it too. I'm sure it'll be fine. I really hope so. It'd be seriously depressing if it wasn't. Tell me about it. And Mitsuru, what are you thinking about? Honestly, there was a time last year when I thought Tartarus may not even have a peak. I still feel somewhat nervous, but I'll take this over the anxiety of those times any day. I had said that having a clear goal brings stability, though this is quite a way to learn that moral. Well, at least you're cool under pressure. I don't think there's anybody upstairs. Oh, Aigis is, but she just wants to read a book, and we've already done that. I'm just gonna go to the arcade. We don't really have any more reason to cook with Akihiko. His is just an HP restoring item. While I am at the mall, though, it is important to note that the accessory shop in Club Escapade gradually expands its selection of gems for you to buy. I believe we've seen this a couple times throughout the game, but now there's some pretty valuable things like garnets, opals, and diamonds. Opals and diamonds in particular are required for a lot of the best items to be fused, so this is another option for spending your money at this stage of the game. Unfortunately, stuff like gold quartz and silver quartz, not available here, nor can you get rubies, but a lot of those, at the very least the gold quartz, can be traded for with other gems, so this is a way to convert your money into those gems indirectly. Rubies, on the other hand, those have to be found, so keep in mind which things actually drop those for you.
Come again.
Checking out the flower shop Rafflesia, we're actually following up on a URL that I used a while back. We can get, woe to be veal, yum yum, golden tomato sprouts. I'm sorry, but yes, if you have used that, you can get golden tomato sprouts at Rafflesia. These heal both HP and SP, though they're not quite as good in the SP department as soul spinach sprouts. Another new plant that becomes available around this point in the game, I believe it's towards the middle of December that this becomes available, is the simple herb sprout. This creates some herbs that have a particularly interesting effects. One of the possible effects it can have, I believe if you plant it with fuka, it can grow an herb that allows you to cast Concentrate via item on any ally. The default item that it grows is something that allows you to cast Charge on anybody through the item. So this is a good way to get Charge onto characters like Junpei and Akihiko, who aren't capable of doing that naturally. Well, Aigis for that matter. But if you're paired with Koromaru, that is another option for getting that onto your physical bruisers, and that's part of why I plan on using Koromaru for the endgame in this version. The other reasons being, of course, that he's a good boy, and also we're not using him in the other versions. Surprisingly, before school resumes, nobody really has anything new to say, but we do have the opportunity to walk Koromaru, and you know what? I was talking about how he's a part of the final lineup here. Why don't we spend some time with him and get a better feel for his full capabilities? Aigis can come with us tonight, so that sounds like a fun bonding activity to go on with her as well.
Koromaru-san looks quite happy. We'll wait for you here. Please enjoy yourself as much as you like. School resumes again tomorrow, doesn't it? I'm actually looking forward to it. I see everything so differently now. If you wouldn't mind, perhaps we could walk home together after classes tomorrow. I'd like to experience the town alongside you. Welcome back, Koromaru-san. What is that you have there?
Hey, free power incense! Wasn't expecting that, but I'll take it. Thank you, Koromaru.
What's that? You would like to trade this in for a treat? Are you feeling hungry, Koromaru-san? All right, we can get a snack when we get back. But only a small one, understood?
The third semester begins today. Back to school for us, I'm afraid. I can hear people talking.
Come to think of
Hey,
it.
have you heard the rumors about that cult? Hey, don't call it that if you don't know anything about it. Besides, it's pretty much fact that the fall is coming. Well, nothing we can do about that, I guess. By the way, about the homework for second period. Maybe some murmurings of the cult are starting to make their way through the school. Regardless, the first bell has rung.
Everyone, listen up.
Happy New Year, everyone. Winter break has come and gone. No more boozing. Oh, you guys are underage. Wow, I feel sorry for you. But since it's a new year, here's a relevant question for you all.
Listen.
Let's see, Zelakun. Do you know about the monk named Ikkyu? He's the one who was famous enough that they made a show based on his life. Well, this is what he said about New Year's. The New Year is the index of a journey to a certain place. Where is this certain place he's referring to? I believe that would be the underworld.
Exactly.
Yes, that's right. Our New Year's decorations are but milestone markers along the path to the underworld. Ikkyu was one eccentric old man. During the New Year celebration, he carried around a staff with a skull on top of it. And he'd say stuff like, "Death is coming closer," to a random passerby and whatnot. Anyway, if you want to learn more about old-timey stuff like this, you can go ask Mr. Akoda about it. Now, please open your textbooks. I answered correctly. We might not get too many more pop quizzes. We might not get any more pop quizzes at all. Think, at this point, we can just kind of appreciate the random trivia we get.
It has been a while since we attended class. The teachers and our classmates seem to be doing well. By the way, did you notice that Junpei-san was missing? I saw him head for the rooftop before afternoon classes started. Perhaps he decided to skip the first day of the semester?
Wanna come to the rooftop? It'd be nice to have a little chat up here. Ah, okay. I have a feeling that Junpei is probably going to be a part of this little get-together. Yep, well, no ambiguity there. You're free, right? Come hang out on the rooftop for a bit. Seems like both Junpei and Yukari are on the rooftop, because that is the place to hang out, I guess. I decided to meet them there.
Oh, sorry. I don't really have a reason to be up here. I just sort of felt like it. Only to find Junpei here as well.
I guess I just felt the urge myself. Maybe we've been through so much together that our wavelengths are in sync.
That's just your imagination. If I'm on the same wavelength as Junpei, I'd better change the channel. Anyhow, it's so nice today, isn't it? The wind's a little chilly, but the fresh breeze feels great.
Looking from here, the view ain't that bad.
It's familiar scenery, but I guess that's why it's so calming. The end almost doesn't feel real.
People have been passing out and disappearing out of nowhere lately, huh?
They've been talking about a lot of shadow-related incidents on the news, too. Mitsuru-senpai said it's because there are too many shadow victims. The memory revision can't keep up.
I don't really get it. This is all 'cause of Nyx, huh? Feels like the world's hit rock bottom. There's even weird cults popping up. I guess this won't be one of those, oh, it was just a dream moments.
Well, we'll figure out something. We always do. We always have, and we will continue to do so.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm not gonna try and act cool and say things like, I want to protect everyone, but I couldn't handle it if the time we spent together disappeared.
Yep. In fact, the tales of the amazing battles I survived should be handed down through every generation forever.
Look who's talking. Weren't you the one who was sulking and giving us a hard time?
Oh, well, that was the passion of my youth. You know, I've matured since. You think so too, right, dude?
Oh, absolutely. I always count on you, Junpei, but I'm also expecting great things.
That's right. I'm a man with a plan. You're not gonna want to miss this.
Looking forward to it. I'm not one to talk, though. I got stuck in my own head and acted out, too. I wonder if I've grown since then. I mean, it used to be just the three of us, right?
If you'd asked me back then, I never would have guessed it'd come to this.
We've all been through so much this year.
Well, yeah, but you gotta look on the bright side. Our friendship is way stronger now, isn't it?
Don't say that with such a straight face. You're embarrassing me. But I guess it hasn't been too bad. We've gotten this far together, so let's see it through to the end.
Alright, we'll get it done.
Yeah, let's send them packing. And those two guys from Strega haven't made a move, but you know they gotta be planning something. We gotta take care of them, too. Let's show them what C's 2F's trio can do. Now that I got you guys, I feel way more pumped.
Oh. I just remembered, Junpei. You never gave me back that CD. In fact, you never return anything you borrow.
What? Oh, yeah. That. Do you have to bring it up now?
Well, that was a nice heart-warming little scene. Aigis, you're staring right at me, and I've noticed you got a card over your head. It's been a while since I last came to school. I know this isn't exactly the best situation, but I have a new outlook on so many things. Cullen-san, you have any plans after school today?
Excuse me.
If you don't mind, I'd like to walk home with you. Well, sure, why not?
That's great.
Thank you. Oh, but there is one place I would like to visit before returning to the dorm. Shall we go?
I find myself coming here a lot lately. Before, I couldn't understand the benefits of coming to these shrines. But lately that's changed. This is also where we met Koromaru-san last summer. He waited here until we found him, even though he knew his master had died. I can understand why now. What drives people isn't necessarily facts, but feelings. He knew for a fact that his master had died, that his feelings of wanting to be with him made him stay. I feel the same. I recognized the fact that I can't protect you, but I came back anyway. Subconsciously, I was acting based on my emotions rather than logic. I was so confused at the time that I didn't notice it, but it's true. The parameters governing my behavior seem to have been updated during my time with you.
I can sense Aigis' faint affection.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Aeon Arcana.
Yes, we have one more social link in this game, the Aeon Arcana. This is an Arcana that did not originally exist in Persona 3. The vanilla release did not have this. There was no social link with Aigis. This was a little bit of extra content to sweeten the pot that was created for FES, retained for every version of the game going forward, dropped for Persona 4, and then reintroduced again in Persona 4, and this is pretty much their go-to Arcana for the first link they'll introduce that goes outside the standard, I always forget. Is it 22 Arcana? I think it's 22. Oh man, I'm revealing myself as a really stupid person right now. No, it's the standard 20? Well, whatever. You know, they don't have the world, but they do have the Aeon Arcana, so that's there. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back and count just to preempt the comments pointing out how stupid I am. Regardless, we now have Aigis' social link.
Oh, I misspoke. I mentioned what drives people. But of course, Koromaru-san and myself aren't people. Sorry.
Aigis looks somewhat lonely. We decided to go back to the dorm. Hey, Aigis, don't consider yourself anything but a person and our friend.
Welcome back.
The school somehow feels different from last year. It's a strange atmosphere, doesn't it? A lot of my students in my class were talking about cults and other weird things. I imagine this has something to do with the coming of Nyx. Well,
hey.
let me know if you want to go out to Tartarus. I want to do everything I can to help out. 22! It was 22 if you count the world. There we go, but as you can see, Aigis is just pulling double duty with Judgment here, having that 20 card there. I saw that 20 and it confused me for a bit. That's my defense, and I'm sticking to it. We've got a lot of people to talk to here now that the school year has resumed. I didn't expect that cult to become so popular. I thought more people would oppose to it. But it's like a fire drawing moth to its flames. The masses have simply accepted it. It makes you a little concerned for the future, even if we do defeat Nyx. Everyone at school thinks this is just a normal third term. They have no clue that this may be their last third term ever. I don't know how to feel. Even though we're in the same classroom, it feels like we're living in different worlds. I knew this cult would have some influence over the school, but to this extent? Can you think of any effective ways to counter them? Well, let's just hope they resist. We can't exactly go out doing a witch hunt. You're right. All we can do is hope that people have it within them to withstand the cult's teachings. Finally, let's talk to Fuko over here. Well, actually, we have to locate Junpei, but I'm sure he wants to read a book tonight. Just as expected, the cult's influence has reached our school. People seem to be fully devoted to it. We need to do something about Nyx. And we will. And we will. Let's see, there's Ken over there. There's Yukari over there. Okay, Junpei does not want to read a book today then. He is just sitting over here chowing down. Damn Strega. We don't have time to play hide and seek. Better find them before they make more trouble for us. Why don't we let Koromaru sniff them out? Huh? Yeah, try your best, Koromaru, but don't feel compelled to. He seems to be in a good mood. Well, at least somebody is in relatively good spirits here. Anyway, picking up on the 9th, well, we've got one loose end that I think we can address right now. Mitsuru. Oh, Zeller. Do you have any plans today? If not, then maybe we could I feel like I might grow closer to Mitsuru soon. I think we should close off this link. You've shown me so many new things, so I'd like to return the favor this time. That said, let's head back to the dorm first.
The battery and tire pressure look good. And I've already changed the oil, so that's fine.
Impressive.
Well, this is just basic maintenance. Anyone can do the same. Though if I start tinkering with the suspension and whatnot, there'd be no end to it. There have been days I've lost track of time doing this and had to run into meetings covered in oil. It seems I'm the type of person who can fall very deep into things. I'll have to be more careful. Oh, by the way, the matter involving my ex-fiancé was resolved sooner than I expected. They ended up reaching out to us about a potential business arrangement, without any of the marriage talks, of course. We managed to negotiate some favorable terms, so that should put the company back on track. I could have decided to burn that bridge, but I'd prefer not to shut down a genuine attempt to compromise. It may be thanks to you that I've become so open-minded. All right, before we head out, I had a small gift for you, since you've done so much for me.
Hey, motorcycle key. I wonder which motorcycle this goes to.
It's the key to my motorcycle. I'm not going to run from my future anymore. Rather, there's no longer any need to. This motorcycle isn't meant to be an escape from my feelings. It's a dear friend that gives me the freedom to go wherever I please. Once I realized that, I felt that I absolutely had to show it to you. As our leader, I think it would be quite fitting if you had the skill to ride my dear friend here. When this is all over, let's take this motorcycle and go on a trip somewhere together.
Alright, I'll be looking forward to it.
Isn't it? We'll have to start thinking about where we want to go. I look forward to the day you learn how to ride it yourself. Once we go on that trip, I imagine it'll be full of things I've still yet to see. You are the one who taught me the joy of new discoveries. I can hardly wait.
Mitsuru seems to respect me deeply as a friend she can trust.
I am thou. Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Empress Arcana hath been set free. We now bestow upon thee the ultimate form of the Empress within thyself.
Yes, the Empress Arcana has been maxed out. Mitsuru's social link is done and dusted in Reload, a little bit ahead of time compared to the other versions of the game because we're given many more opportunities to raise it before winter break kicks in compared to the other versions of the game. The Empress social link has reached its maximum level. You can now fuse Alilat, the ancient goddess. Alilat's actually a pretty good physical wall, not immune to anything, but resistant to everything, and that has some value for the game's ultimate bonus boss, particularly being that it's a high-level persona that you can easily fuse high-end skills like Unshaken Will onto it to make it immune to mental ailments as well. Something to keep in mind for FES and Portable in particular.
Alright, I think we've talked enough. Today, it's my turn to show you something new. Go ahead and sit on the back. Don't worry, it's just a short drive. I even prepared a helmet for you. The weather is perfect today. The view from the Moonlight Bridge is quite a sight to see, you know. Here goes. Hold on tight.
We rode around the city, then returned to the dorm.
I see you're back.
Only 3 more weeks until X Day. The fate of the entire world. I'm not concerning myself with all that right now. All I'm thinking about at this moment is the final bout. If you want to get stronger too, I'd be happy to be a training partner. Well, something to keep in mind. I'm not sure if I'll make any additional trips to Tartarus at this point, really. Besides, of course, the obligatory time when we have to go in and save some lost civilians. Looks like the college entrance exams are on the 16th and 17th of this month. I bet Sanada-san and Kirijo-senpai are both gonna ace it. I try to hide it, but it's pretty obvious that they study all the time. Well, I don't know, I don't really feel like they hide that. The cult is a hot topic among my classmates, even though we're only elementary students. But at least they're just talking about it and not actually followers. I heard some of the middle and high school students have joined, though. Concerning. Well, we've got a walk to take Koromaru on tonight, so why don't we take care of that? Let's see, he's looking at me with pleading eyes. Yeah, how can we ignore him?
Oh, good evening. We happen to run into each other a lot, don't we? I stopped by the bookstore and didn't realize it had gotten so late. It's a bit scary being out at this hour. There have been more and more strange people around lately. I suppose with Koromaru-kun around, we won't have to worry about walking alone at night, will we? Oh, look at the time. I think we should start heading back.
Koromaru and I return to the dorm. I've got a text message. Hey, it's Keisuke. You know what? We haven't spent any time with Keisuke in a while. Good morning. Been feeling the burnout starting to creep up on me, so I'm gonna take some time for myself and go out. I know you're probably busy, but I'd love it if you joined me. Just let me know what you decide before this afternoon. Thanks. Well, you know what? We've been neglecting Keisuke for a while, and we actually haven't finished his link in this version of the game, so why don't we spend some time with him? Eating Japanese sweets makes me feel connected to my home country. I might be exaggerating. Well, I said that I'm going to study overseas, so that means I won't be seeing you anymore. Sorry, that may have sounded weird, it's just, I'm an only child. I've always wondered what it'd be like to have a sibling. So, I was wondering, what it'd be like if you called me something in that vein. Okay, brother. Brother. Oh, I love how that sounds. Hey, can you say it again? Okay, Keisuke, don't push your luck. Draga seems very happy. I feel like we became a lot closer today, and I honestly learned some kind of disturbing things about him. Oh, I always get carried away when I talk to you, but I need to buy more things before I go abroad. I should probably bring some products from here that I'm used to, at least for the beginning. After our shopping with Hiraga, I return to the dorm. Junpei, my main man, what do you got for me? Yeah, we have tomorrow off for, what was it again? Alright, it's coming of age day. Like I said before, I just hope I can even make it to my 20th birthday. Oof, grim thought. Sorry I even brought it up. I thought at least our school would be safe from that cult crap. I guess I was wrong. All our classmates are talking about the end of the world and salvation and stuff. Why do we have to go through this at school, too? Getting a little beat down and worn out by that, huh, Yukari? Well, nobody else that we really need to hang out with today, but Koromaru wants walkies again. Oh, how can I say no to him? Let's take him for another walk.
Oh, it's pretty cold today too, huh? By the way, is it alright for you to be out at this hour? I guess I'm one to talk, but a lot of people have been acting strange these days. I wonder if it's some kind of new disease. Nobody knows the cause or how to prevent it. I really hope it calms down soon. What? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to keep you so long. Well, I'm going to head home. You guys be careful on your way back, okay?
Koromaru and I return to the dorm. Also, we're seeing too much of Keisuke today. How about we take a little break for FES for a moment, huh? So, I've gotten a bit of my Tartarus grinding done for FES, but I'm still a ways off from my endpoint. It's not really realistic to hit that level 80 marker in one single evening, just due to the fatigue system, although it is more than doable for the protagonist, I suppose. I just would rather spread it out and make sure all of my party is getting leveled up to an acceptable level so I don't have to deal with uneven damage scaling for everybody in the final battle. One thing that we are going to accomplish tonight, and this is something that'll take quite a bit of money, is we're going to finish off some requests and do some fusing. There are a handful of fusions I want to complete, and one in particular I need to finish the rest of Elizabeth's fusion requests in order to do. Incidentally, I've also gotten all the platinum medals, so we have that quest completed. That means you've defeated each of the rare medal-bearing shadows. I have the perfect reward for you. A special glove. It promises to be as entertaining as it is effective. Please accept your reward. If the Jack's gloves actually had a power over 100, maybe they would be effective, but we've kind of grown past them at this point in the game. That's neither here nor there, though. We still have some of the fusion spell requests to do, but I'm probably going to wait a little bit on that. We're not going to be able to complete all of them. I should be able to complete Shadowhound soon enough, though, because the other part of it that's not Kukulin is, in fact, Skatak, who we do have now, so that will be easy enough to complete. What we're going to do right now is get a Lilith with Mabufudine. So the easiest way to do this is to fuse up a Gabriel, and with just a level 3 social link with Mitsuru, it will reach level 71. And that will give it Mabufudine. You can then fuse it with an Aramitama to get, let me see, I got it written down right here. Yeah, it's a succubus. As long as that succubus has Mabufudine, you can use it in the special fusion for Lilith to get that Mabufudine. So let's just take a look at what we got here. I'm going to work around a little bit just to try and get this taken care of without wasting too much of your time. I wasn't finding anything good with the personae that I currently have, so I decided instead to just pull a Yaxini out of the compendium and do a triangle spread between the Empresses that I already have in order to get Gabriel made. Taking the Aramitama now to create the succubus. Unfortunately, because it's not a high level, I'm going to have limited skill slots to work with, but after enough reshuffles of the fusion, I should eventually get Mabufudine. Mabufula being in there to troll me, of course. Finally, after clearing my stock and getting all of the relevant components for Lilith, we can now fuse her. The nice thing about specialty fusions is that it's much easier to just reset their fusion endlessly to get the skill that you're or at least hopefully get the skill you're looking for. I swear it's a thing in this game that lower powered skills are prioritized over higher powered ones. I definitely seem to run into that problem a lot with fusion in Persona 3 FES. Alright, that actually wasn't too bad. It didn't take too much fusion for Mabufudine to finally show up. I've definitely had worse attempts at trying to fuse a skill onto something that I wanted. Unfortunately, because Lilith and a lot of special fusions, honestly, are made of such low-tier trash, it does pretty badly impede the ability to actually use them, because trying to fuse anything halfway decent onto them is quite the process, and I don't think anybody really enjoys doing that. Not helping matters is that Lilith herself doesn't really get any particularly interesting skills. I don't think a mutation of Fast Retreat is really going to help her that much. Regardless, the main thing we want to do is to get that Mabufudine, which fulfills Elizabeth's request, so we're all set on that. Thankfully, the next request after this one is going to be a lot more simplistic and has a very, very appealing reward waiting for us at the end of it. You seem to have completed a request. Just a moment while I check. I see that you have Lilith with you, and she has the skill Mabufudine. She is much stronger than she appears. I'm impressed you can control her. Well done. You have fulfilled my request. Please accept your reward. And we get a sacrificial idol. Very powerful accessory, actually, and if you don't know what else to put on your protagonist, that's a pretty good one. It is an upgrade to the Spirit Bracers. It instead replicates the Enduring Soul passive. When a character with that passive takes fatal damage, they will revive 5 with full HP and SP. Very nice, very useful, definitely can be put to good work. The final fusion request is much easier, like I said. We just have to create a Loki that is level 63. You can either get one from Shuffle Time and just level it up, or you can use a fusion triangle to create one. Remember that despite being the starting Arcana, Fools can only be created via triangle fusion or special fusions. Conveniently, I do happen to have a recipe here that is relatively cheap and will give me Loki guaranteed. Thor, Nebulos, and Succubus, we're pulling Succubus right back out of the compendium, will create a Loki for us. Now, I don't know if I have Nebulos. Let me see. He's a hermit, right? I forget if he's hermit or hanged. I didn't see him when I was scrolling through the list, so I might have to go out of my way to get that. Let's see. I think he's hanged. But, yeah, I'll, if I can't get him, I'll try and find something else that, fills the void. Yeah, I didn't have Nebulos registered, but it was easy enough to just fuse Kumbanda and, Karama Tengu in order to create him. Now we can create a Loki, and the only requirement here, again, is that he is level 63 or higher. If we have a maxed out Fool social link, that'll get him to 63 right away, thus fulfilling the request. So you are able to just complete this request immediately if you are in the final month, and frankly, the reward isn't really useful until then, so there isn't really any reason to do this right away. But yeah, we'll have Loki created at level 63 with whatever skills he gets. Loki, not too impressive in this game. He's a little bit better in Persona 3 Reload, having all those elemental skills by default. But hey, he does patch out his own weakness by default, and, you know, that's appreciated. I like that. Thank you, Loki. We've got Loki there. Now, the reason we want to complete this request is you probably noticed that, we would get Masakados for completing it. That is another fusion item, and it of course allows us to fuse Masakado. You seem to have completed a request. Just a moment while I check. Ah, I see you have Loki with you, and he is at a sufficient level. Well done. You fulfilled my request. I have asked you to create 12 different personas through fusion. You have done so impressively, and in the process, expanded your arsenal of personas. And now, I'm giving you the perfect reward to assist you. With it, you'll be able to create Masakado via fusion. Masakado is unbelievably strong, and you will need to be equally powerful to control him. But I'm sure you're up for the challenge. Please accept your reward. Yes, Masakado's acquired, and now we can fuse Masakado. Now, we're not actually interested in fusing Masakado for using him directly. Instead, he is going to be the first persona that we can get in FES that allows us to create a... Let me see, that's not Masakado. I forget if he's a pentagon or a hexagon spread. No, definitely not that. Let's see, is it the cross spread? Yes, this is Masakado right here. But he is the first persona that we'll get access to in Persona 3 FES that allows us to create an ultimate weapon. Specifically, the Katana Masakados, which we can equip on Junpei and the protagonist. Because remember, it's something, it's not really been relevant for a while, and I've kind of just been using whatever. But remember that in this version of the game, the protagonist can use any single weapon. The fusion to create Masakados is, fittingly enough, the 4 Davis, so let me round them up, and we'll get Masakado made. Amusingly, I didn't already have Bishamonten in this version of the game. I do have him registered in Portable, since we needed him to create better elect-resistant weapons for Aigis and Yukari, but really haven't had the reason to create him in this version of the game. Regardless, now we can create Masakado. Again, he kind of has the problem where, because there's a bunch of low-tier junk mixed in, it's pretty difficult to get really good skills onto him, but we don't really care about him in the purpose of using him in this playthrough. We just want him to create a better katana, and he will do that admirably. I don't even think I'll bother with registering him unless he gets something really interesting from his skill list that I just happen to forget, which I don't think is gonna happen, but you never know. So, let's just see what else he's getting here. Oh, he does get Arms Master, but don't really care about that from him. I'd have to level him up a second time in order to get it all together, so yeah, not really interesting. Oh wow, Blade of Fury into Deathbound. Not really that good compared to Siegfried already. To give you an idea of how slow this process is, I was just completing those requests and getting the stuff together to fuse Masakado, and I'm already 19 minutes deep into this FES recording. Let's move on from here. I'm getting kind of sick of looking at the Velvet Room screen. It took some doing, but we're finally able to create Masakato's Katana. 2 ultimate weapons will be coming up in short order. Obviously, we have to wait 2 days for them to be ready a piece, but that is no big deal. I'll probably also go and sell all the junk that I got to Officer Kurosawa, because pulling these personae out just to get the ultimate weapons that they create gets pretty expensive pretty darn quickly. We're going to be creating 1 more ultimate weapon. By the end of my grinding, we'll be able to create an ultimate weapon for Akihiko. Nice, nice. I finally have access to my first ultimate weapon in FES. It's gonna be sad to say goodbye to the 100 extra HP, but I mean, just look at the stats we're gonna be seeing across the board for all our personae. It's gonna be great regardless. That 10 endurance is probably worth almost as much as 100 extra HP, particularly since our healing spells at this point just heal us to full anyway. Finally, like in Reload, we're back in school on the 8th, and that actually means I have social link scheduling to go over. On the 8th, we are going to begin the Aeon social link, or the Eon social link, however you want to pronounce it, with Aigis, and then on Saturday, we're going to spend some time with Mitsuru. We're going to have some downtime, forced downtime, I'm afraid. Then on the 12th, we'll be hanging out with Mitsuru again, then Aigis on the following day. Should be good, should be good. Regardless, we've got a pop quiz question from Ms. Toriyumi here, like we did in Persona 3 Reload, so why don't we see what she has to ask this time around. Happy New Year, everyone. Winter break is over now. No more booze. Now you guys are underage. Wow, I feel sorry for you. Well, let's get right down to business. It's a new year, so we'll start with the basics. It's a simple concept, but students often get it wrong. I'm talking about the apostrophe. Okay, Cullen. Of the 3 phrases I've written on the blackboard, tell me, which one is correct? Well, it's kind of a funny way to put it. That would be, it is wrong. That's absolutely right. It is a contraction of it is. It's is a possessive word. You could say it's tail or it's temperature, but not it's wrong. There's another pair of words that are commonly confused. There and there have the same pronunciation, but they're not interchangeable, so watch out. Now, open your textbooks. You gave the correct answer. Makes me feel good inside. But that's all there really is to say for FES. I did get another Masakato queued up for Junpei after I equipped the protagonist, so we've got that inbound. I think it's about time we had a good portable montage. Note that Akihiko and Junpei are in my party, and they were getting some work in for something that we're going to be showing in a future video. Oof, boy, was that an endeavor to get ready. Regardless, the first thing I'd like to show off in portable, and we're not going to be seeing too much in portable, but I do have all the platinum medals to turn in the final Rare Form Medal Collection quest, so we may as well get Theo's reaction to that. Wonderful. You've obtained the 3 platinum medals I requested. That means you've defeated each of the rare medal-bearing shadows. I have prepared an accessory worthy of being worn by you. It can be extremely powerful depending on how it is used. Please give it a try. Please take this as your reward. And we get a Berserker's Seal for our efforts. Not exactly the most powerful accessory in the game. I've actually got a completely separate file here because I had to do some work with the compendium in order to complete the Vision Quest, which is what has been delaying the upload of this video right here. So let's load up the file where I have actually completed all but one of the fights in the Vision Quest. I simply did not have the power with this team to defeat it without a little bit of level grinding, so I've got a separate file for that, but it works out anyway, because I needed to develop a second file for getting ready for the bonus boss. I don't want to have all that work done on a file where I'm going to fight the final boss, because that would make the final boss way too easy. And I want to point out a couple good cards I got from doing the Vision Quest, notably the Enduring Soul card, which I am definitely going to get some dupes of that, because it would help to have copies of this on the personae that I plan to use for the final boss. I'm cooking up a lineup for, or a dedicated lineup for the final boss in Persona 3 Portable, because it's going to be important to have a very, very survivable select few personae, and I've got some very particular skills in mind that I want to get onto each of the things that I plan on using. That's neither here nor there, though. We've also got stuff like Spellmaster, Armsmaster, just a bunch of good stuff to go around and help make sure that everything's good. I've also got some absorption cards here that I can use to patch out some weaknesses if I so desire, but that's not really anything that I care to go out of my way to create duplicates of. So yeah, I just wanted to point out that I don't think there's too much else to comment on in Portable at this point. Mostly I'm just going to be recording for the supplemental video where I compile the social links. We will, of course, be having our social link initiated with Aigis, and we're one step behind the Empress social link in FES, so we're going to be finishing off on rank 7 by the time this video is done for Portable. If I blunder into anything that I just am not thinking of right now, then obviously I will cut to it, but otherwise, let's move on. Actually, I did think of something I meant to check on, so why don't we talk to that mysterious man at the bar in Club Escapade? The man you've seen before is drinking alone again. Huh? Oh, it's you. We'll meet again. Looks like I've got no other choice but to get married now. My girlfriend's pregnancy test was positive. Congratulations, man! Yeah. That's what people would normally say, huh? Anyway, the man looks over at you. Hey, can I ask you something? This guy looks familiar. I told you about the bizarre dream I've been having, right? Do you think I keep having those nightmares because I betrayed my girlfriend? Probably. Seems reasonable. So you think so too. I brought this on myself, huh? That rumor about dying if you don't wake up before hitting bottom in a dream. I'm wondering if I'm gonna die in my dreams eventually. Sorry, I keep saying crazy sounding stuff, don't I? Hey, remember me, okay? This will probably be the last time I'll be able to drink freely like this. If I ever see you again, I'll tell you more of my story. Of course, they'll probably have nothing to do with your problems. Man, I really unloaded on you. Normally it's the adult who should be listening to the high schooler's problems. I feel like dirt. Be careful on your way back home. There's a lot of weirdos out there. See ya. That is, in fact, not Vincent from Catherine. It's just a guy who looks like him and is dealing with an extremely similar situation. At least I believe that's what the official word is on this character. Regardless, nice little bit of cross-promotion for Catherine, which I believe was still being developed at the time this port was released, and came out like a year after, if I'm remembering that correctly. Ah, my Aphrodite, won't you please accept this? Man gave you sexy heels. I'm sure you're capable of wearing such high heels now. Tell me, what do I have to do to make you mine? I've always been the desired one. Being on the other side is so new to me. I'm guessing this guy has a subplot that I've mostly been ignoring throughout the game, and you know what? He can just kind of shove off, but I will take the free, okay, maybe not, but you know what, Yukari, you don't really need those magic sandals anymore. Here you go, just pass them on up. Regift, regift. Okay, that's all I really cared to show in Persona 3 Portable now.
Oh, welcome back.
Today is coming of age day. I don't want my life to end before I become an adult. So, let's keep getting stronger and stronger until the last fight. I cannot just stand back and watch the world end. Good attitude, Ken, good attitude. Yeah, there wasn't really anything going on, so I just played an arcade game and called it a day. Ken's got more to say. There's still so many things I want to do in life. I want to die before I can become an adult. I plan to do everything I can to make sure that doesn't ever happen. Heck yeah. We're gonna make it, Ken. We're going to defeat Nyx. The world is going to continue. Oh boy, we've got quite the amount of dialogue to see here. What's the dumbass in charge of that cult? Here we are busting our asses, and they go and pull this crap. You can't just blame the cult. The cult exists only because there are people willing to believe in it. Yeah, I guess that's just how the world works. Well, that means it's up to us to do something about it. What do you think, Yukari? Cult is everywhere, all over the city, even in our school. Everyone is talking about how the world is going to end as if it's fact. Yeah, how can they give up so easily?
Well,
Then again, we can't really expect everyone to think like us.
Yes.
Yes, every human is different and will come to their own conclusions. That's why I believe there are more people out there who won't give up either. Speaking of people who won't give up, Aigis, how are you feeling about the cult? Wonder how many people truly believe in it. It seems that much of the public will openly discuss the end of the world without truly understanding the consequences.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I get what you mean. I know something similar too. Like, some people are just going along with it, saying things like, I joined the cult because my friend believes in it. I overheard some folks talking the other day too. They said that life was so boring, it wouldn't be so bad if the world ended. In other words, they think the cult is nothing more than a trend. Helps people fill the emptiness they feel inside. Well, that's how they get their hooks in ya. Can I help you? We can talk. Whether or not you believe in the cult is a personal decision. I would never believe in it myself. When I think of my friendship with Natsuki-chan, I have no need to join the cult. The bond of friendship. Though this may sound cliche, I believe the ability to forge bonds is the most beautiful thing about being human.
Yeah.
In the end, the most important things are the bonds formed between people. That's right, no matter how much power someone has, nobody can survive alone. And we've got mechanical proof of that. Anyway. I can hear people talking. By the way, I wanted to show you this magazine that hit the stands today.
What?
Which one? Don't tell me it's an article about cults. Everyone's been saying the end is near lately. What's up with that?
Hold up.
Just read it. You'll see how true it really is. Looks like the message is spreading. Perhaps I should say gospel. It's cold. Wish I could get my skin plated. Then I'd shine as bright as the sun. You know what I mean by plating, right? It's when objects are covered in a thin metallic layer. Tin plating is done by plating iron with tin. For corrugated galvanized iron, you plate it with iron with zinc. Gold medals, by the way, are created by plating silver with gold. So technically, Olympic athletes don't win gold medals. Kind of a bummer, right? I'm feeling sleepy, but we're only gonna have so many more opportunities to listen to lectures. The night sky is awfully beautiful these days, thanks to the air being so clear. Stars produce light via nuclear fusion, and the planets reflect that light back out onto the universe. Of course, neither celestial body is superior to the other. They both have their purposes. Life is the same way, though it might be hard for you kids to understand that now. By the way, have you heard the news going around? The media makes it sound supernatural in origin. But don't listen to all that. These sorts of wild rumors spread every now and then, like a drop of dye on a specimen. It'll all die down soon enough. You know, thank you, Miss Onishi. I actually really appreciate you saying that. Well, with the end so close and Keisuke going away, we should probably get his link done sooner or later. Don't worry, we'll have plenty of time to get to Aigis' social link.
Hello.
Zeller-kun, can you make time for art club today? I'd really appreciate it if you could come. I feel as if we can grow closer thanks to the fortune persona, Norn. I feel like I might grow closer to Taraka soon. Should I spend some time after school with the art club? I think that would be delightful.
Thank you.
Thanks. Actually, I'm thinking of... Never mind. It's nothing. We can talk about that later. I should go see how everyone's doing first. Scratching of pencils echoes throughout the art room.
Hey, can we step out for a bit? I want you to come to the station with me. I'll tell you more there. Sorry to make you come all the way here. I, suddenly have no idea what to do with my life anymore. Do I want to be a doctor, or do I want to be an artist? I've decided to do a little soul searching, and I won't go back home or to school until I figure it out. I haven't figured out exactly where I'll go, but it has to be somewhere away from home. I've got plenty of money. I may have taken my dad's credit card from his wallet. I'm glad we had a chance to talk before I left. Tell the others I said goodbye.
Oh, come on, Keisuke, you can't go. I don't think this is a good idea.
Don't say that. You're gonna make this harder for me. Promise me you'll take care of yourself. Ma'am, are you all right? That cough.
What happened?
She's having trouble breathing and she's running a fever. This is bad. I may be jumping to conclusions here, but sorry about this. I knew it! She's a smoker. This is really bad. I think she suffers from chronic bronchitis. So if she caught a cold, it may have exacerbated the symptoms. Call an ambulance. Hurry!
The old woman was placed in an ambulance and taken to the hospital.
We'll leave the rest to the paramedics. Well, I better get going.
My chest!
Sir, are you okay? My train's about to leave. What should I do?
Leave this to me.
All right, then I'll go ask the station attendant to call an ambulance. You stay here and perform first aid on him.
He looks like he's in a lot of pain. How should I help him? Sir, don't be alarmed. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm okay.
He looks like he's in a lot of pain. What should I do next? I could lay him on his back, maybe? Maybe rub his back?
Please, stop.
Okay, I told someone. Wait, I think he's going into cardiac arrest. Let's sit him in an upright position. Oh no, he's breathing, and signs of cyanosis. I have to do something. I have to, or this man will die. I need your help. Lay him down on his back, gently. Now, if I perform CPR while giving him a cardiac massage.
Thanks to Hiraga's efforts, the old man's condition stabilized. The paramedics carried him off in an ambulance.
At least I helped him as much as I could. Thank you. I don't think I would have had the confidence on my own. I'm really glad you were here with me. We both saved their lives.
Hiraga expressed his gratitude to me. I feel like we're becoming better friends. You know, save an old man from dying, like friends do. Regardless, rank 9 for the Fortune Social Link. Almost done with this one.
I think I'll go back home. I finally know what I really want. That said, I'm not looking forward to apologizing to my dad. Alright then, I'll see you at school.
I parted ways with Hiraga and went back to the dorm.
Oh, there you are. We're all going to Hagakure. Wanna come?
Oh, you know what? Sure, why not? I wasn't really gonna be doing anything else tonight.
Wow, that was easy. Sonata-san's buying today. You remember that bet we made in Yakushima? Wow, you probably forgot all about it by now. Well, you won in the end, even if it was Aigis. But whatever, Sonata-san still lost, right? Even if it took me like 6 months to make him admit it. Come on, everyone else already left. We got a jet.
Everyone's okay with the special, right?
Well, yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, 5 specials, please.
Man, this is awesome! Sonata-san's never treated us all to ramen before.
I'll accept that I lost. Why do I have to treat all of you?
You're still going on about that? Come on, Sonata-san, a bet's a bet. You gotta pay up.
All right, all right. I never said I wouldn't. What's wrong, Aigis? You doubting me too?
No, but have you seen the magazine on the counter? The headline caught my attention.
What magazine?
This one, Emergence of a Messiah. The charismatic one speaks.
Oh, it must be about that doomsday cult. They're all over the internet, too.
Huh. Hey, look at this photo. Check out their so-called messiah.
What the? Is that Takaya?
I thought something was up. So, it's Strega after all. I just lost my appetite.
Listen. Mankind is currently imprisoned by the sins of hate and anger. But soon, a savior will descend upon this world to break the chains that bind us and lift us to new heights. This great being is known as Nyx. I have beheld her glory, and she has blessed me with power beyond belief. When Nyx arrives, there will be no more pain, no more suffering. Humanity shall be freed.
How the hell does he know about Nyx?
Wait, he's saying that Nyx will save the world? But that's a lie!
I don't think that even matters. This is all just a game to him.
That bastard.
But there are those who do not understand the truth. even though they have also been granted her blessing. They have acquired the same power as I, yet they abuse it for their own personal gain. These miscreants are the ones to blame for the recent tragedies that have been plaguing our streets.
Wait, is he talking about us?
That's a load of crap.
Shh, not so loud. We're not the only ones here, you know.
And what do they mean by the charismatic one? Why is he suddenly a celebrity?
Well, apparently Jin was already pretty well known on the internet. He's probably good at influencing public perception.
Yeah, I bet he orchestrated Takaya's rise to fame by building his brand like a celeb. Those two make me sick.
Brothers and sisters, I shall go forth to make preparations for Nyx's arrival. But do not fear those evildoers who desecrate their gifts. Nyx shall right their wrongs. May your hearts be filled with peace as you await your salvation. Blessed are those who take joy in the coming of Nyx. The revolution is upon us, my brethren.
Revolution? People can't seriously be buying this crap, can they?
Perhaps the power of an exceptionally charismatic individual is the only way to change this nebulous future. That's the end of the article. It appears Strega disappeared again after the interview.
Well, there's only one place they could have gone. Tartarus. They're just wasting everyone's time.
Still, it seems they've managed to shift the atmosphere of the entire city. Even if they don't say it out loud, people must be scared inside.
Yeah, they probably are. Why else would anyone believe this nonsense? It's not normal.
Believing what you hear is a choice. There's no real way for them to know what's true.
Well, no wonder it feels like the world's ending. We're all gonna die.
But is that so unusual? All life will eventually come to an end. Does Nyx's involvement change that in some way? Death is a natural occurrence in the cycle of life. Don't all humans realize this?
Well, I guess it's just dying is a scary thought.
I guess.
Tell you the truth, I never even would have thought about my own death if none of this happened. But we're already here, so why don't we just leave it at that? Our target is Nyx. If Strega gets in our way, we'll deal with them too. That's all there is to it.
Agreed. We'll probably run into them in Tartarus anyway. No matter how you look at it, they want us out of the picture.
Promise Day's almost here, huh?
Yeah.
We need to do all we can until then.
Alright. And first things first, we're gonna need lots of energy. Let's eat! Excuse me! I'll add a Hagakure bowl to the list! You don't mind, right, Sonata-san?
Whoa, Junpei, didn't you say you were eating half of Aigis' food too?
Don't worry, I'm starving.
You better eat it all.
Well, Junpei has the right attitude about everything, I feel. Anyway, boy, we've got a whole load of new dialogue to check. Damn it, can you believe these Strega assholes went and pulled this bullshit on us? They've been running their mouths about the damn cult, and now they're gonna pin the blame on us? Yeah, ain't no way I'm letting them off easy, even if they get on their knees and beg for mercy. Okay. I have to admit, it's impressive how well Strega has manipulated the media. But I'm a little disappointed in the media for being so easily influenced by them. Do you think the media were paid off by Strega to promote them? Actually, that would be even more disappointing. Yeah, I think they might just have that kind of cultist or cult tier charisma. I think the magazines that interviewed Strega are ridiculous. They're so insensitive. They think that they can just write whatever they want as long as it sells? Well, that's capitalism. That's true. And it still doesn't make it right. I know. That's the world we live in. I'd say 95% of the people referred to as charismatic by the media are charlatans. And Strega are certainly not in the genuine 5%. They don't have charisma. They're just agitators who are stirring up an unrest society. Well, I I still think they need a little bit of pull to make that happen. If nothing else, as Akihiko said, Jin is well known on the internet. Even if I wasn't in C's, I still wouldn't join the cult. How about you? Think you'd ever fall down that rabbit hole? No way. That's what I thought you'd say. The cult can't influence those who are true to themselves. Boxing helped me find my true self, and it seems like you have your own activities to keep you focused. You know, I just listen to what the bald man with the big nose tells me to do. I mean, what? I think Strega is controlling people by taking advantage of their insecurities. So if people have enough confidence, Strega probably can't influence them. I mean, for one, none of us have been swayed by their preaching, right? Absolutely. Yeah, so no matter what, just don't forget who you are and what you really believe in. I've noticed that none of my social links and, none of my erstwhile allies have really fallen for the charlatan act that Strega is putting on, as Mitsuru would put it. Anyway, now that the Aeon social link is open to us, it would probably be a wise idea to create an Aeon persona. So we'll just create this Ananta that has a whole bunch of skills that, are pretty useful on it. We'll slap that in there and get him made. Another thing that I forgot to do earlier was create the Tanbo Kiri. Actually, a pretty good weapon for Ken, honestly, with Unshaken Will on it. That, gets the best parts of having a Amriti necklace equipped to him, so not a terrible idea to have that. But it's also a quest that I want to make sure I get taken care of before I have any chance to forget about it. We get a couple Nihil Black models. The only thing left to do is to get the Bloody Button, and that'll score us a Divine Pillar, a very good accessory and potentially very helpful later. But we'll get to that when we get to that. The last thing that we need to do this evening is actually hit up our PC once again. Haven't really had a reason to do that in a while, but we now have the opportunity to advance one link along that we're just about done with. We'll use our dating site note here, and we will spend it on... where are you? Art Club. We'll spend it on Keisuke, and get him that last little bit to have his max rank at the ready. I almost skipped past that. My brother's been acting weird lately. When I pressed him for details, he told me he was invited to join the cult at Escapade. Your brother's always kind of gloomy, though. Anyways, never would have thought someone at All for Salvation and stuff would be at a club. Apparently this guy's always lurking in the corner of the dance floor. He's got this crazy look in his eyes when he goes off about the moment of salvation or whatever. Personally, I'd stay far away from him. Someone suspicious seems to be persuading people to join a cult at Club Escapade. I should probably be more careful whenever I go there. First bell has rung. Hey, Keisuke. I was thinking about you last night.
Listen.
Oh, Zeller-kun. There's something I need to tell everyone today, and as the club leader, I'd like for you to be there too. Well, I guess I can't refuse that. Let's spend some time with the art club. Thank you. I just think everyone else is already there, so let's just draw like we usually do first. The scratching of pencils echoes throughout the art room.
Everyone, listen up. As of today, I am quitting the club. I'd like a new club leader to be chosen from the second years.
Oh, why? Where's this coming from?
I have to study for my entrance exams.
Wait, so then...
I'm going to med school, getting my license, and becoming a doctor.
Did your dad say you had to quit because you have to take over the hospital?
My dad has nothing to do with this. I made this decision for myself. I'm going to have to turn down the opportunity to study abroad. And since I'm so behind on my studies, I'll have to pull a lot of all-nighters to catch up. I really enjoyed leading the club. So thank you all for everything.
There's something different about you, Keisuke-senpai. You seem way more confident.
Hey, you're giving me too much credit. Hey, can we talk upstairs? After today, we won't be able to chat like this anymore, which is why I wanted to give this to you now.
Hey! What's this letter?
This arrived yesterday. It turns out I earned an honorable mention. But the top prizes ended up going to a couple other artists. It made me realize I still have a lot to learn. Like mastering the basics for starters. Studying for the med school entrance exams is going to be hard. and this would only distract me. That's why I want you to have it.
Okay, but well, I don't feel like I deserve this, but I understand why you might think that.
Thanks. Funny how it seems like I'm always asking you for favors, even though I'm older than you. Remember how we helped those people at the station? They all have important people in their lives. Just like how you're an important person in my life. If they had died, they never would have gotten to be with those people again. So that's why I'm becoming a doctor. I'm not coming off as arrogant, am I?
Nah, you're fine. Come on. Have a little self-confidence, Keisuke.
See? I can be the reliable one sometimes too, you know. I did used to be the club leader after all. It feels like I went in a huge circle and ended up right back where I started. And I know it might look like it, but I'm not doing this because my dad's a doctor. I'm doing this because I want to be a doctor. And if you ever need an emergency operation, I'll oversee the surgery myself. I mean, if I keep you alive, we get to spend more time together.
Seems like I'm really important to Hiraga. I feel like I've gained a lifelong friend.
I am thou. Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost path of the Fortune Arcana hath been set free. We now bestow upon thee the ultimate form of the fortune within thyself.
Yes, we finally mastered the Fortune social link. A little bit late, but better late than never, before we lost the opportunity to. Since Norn is now just a normal special fusion, bit of a weird way to put that, but you know what I mean. The Fortune social link now has a new ultimate persona, Lakshmi, who has been repurposed from the Empress social link to become the ultimate of the Fortune social link. Not really sure why they went with her in particular, but hey, whatever.
Your health is everything. It's best if you never even have to see a doctor. Do you get the proper nutrients living in the dorm? Let's pick up something healthy for you to eat on the way home.
After eating a nutritious meal with Hiraga, I decided to go back to the dorm.
Welcome back.
We're almost halfway through January. Today is the 13th, so we only have 18 more days. Zeller-kun, why don't we go to Tartarus today as well? I think we should use what time we have to get as strong as we can. I'll think about it. Come to think of it, the crops I planted on the rooftop should be ready to harvest by now. Maybe I should go check on them, if I can remember. Well, nobody else really has anything to say, and I think we've got enough for this video. Well, let's pick up Fuka's new dialogue, and then we will call it. Let's talk, Fuka.
Hi.
Time really flies by. Let's spend the remaining 18 days with no regrets. Indeed, I'm not regretting finishing off my social links. I'm actually kind of glad to see so many of them just in that maxed out marker. I mean, look at all this. We have just Aigis's, actually. We're almost done. Only person left to work on is Aigis, and, well, really, who else but her could we dedicate our time to? She's had it rough the last month, so I think we should do good by her and help her just feel that little bit more human. That's what we'll be looking forward to next time. As always, hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you when we actually return to here, because, well, I say next time, but of course, we're going to be going back to Tartarus and finishing off, but hey, we're going to be seeing Aigis in action there too, so, yeah, it kind of still fits. Regardless, see you then.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.